All Out 2023 is in the books. In 3 minutes, it's going to be Labor Day. Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by the man in gray. He is here to tell you it's a new day. Yes, it is. No, it's the man, Derek.
Yo.
We are going to review AEW All Out, and we're going to be talking about CM Punk's firing today. Lots to say about that. You're going to want to stick around until the end if that is something that you are interested in, something that you guys want to hear about. We're going to get into that. Let's get into the intro, and then we're going to talk this pay-per-view because there's a lot to say about this. So let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right. It was in the books. It's happened. Lots to talk about. Looking forward to the thoughts. I see some faces going on with the emojis in the chat. I've asked for you guys, if you see this, please retweet it. Best way to support the podcast is also hitting that like button. Helps out an awful lot if you guys do that. Leave us a thumbs up. Lets more people see in the YouTube algorithm. 5-star reviews. If you're listening to the audio versions, we're on all of your audio platforms, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Wherever you listen, we are there. Make sure you guys show us some love. With that being said, Derek, let's get into the live chat shout outs. Easy E's in the house. It is not Eric Bischoff. It is my man, Eric, though. What is good, E?
What up?
Appreciate you, bro. I don't know what that face is for. I guess we're going to find out. Nighthawk also in the house, and he's got the half serious face here. Matt Lopez says, hello, good evening all. What a damn show. All things considered, AEW put on a hell of a show. And meat is all elite, Deanna says. What up, Deanna? Punk was fired. Well, we'll get to that. Ace said, what up, chat? What up, fellas? What's good, Ace? Secretly waiting to hear Conrad's take on this. Oh, yeah. CM Punk. Derek will tell you, I've had this shirt for probably like 2 weeks now.
Yes.
And I was planning on wearing the FTR one for the All In, CM FTR, and I was going to wear this one for the All Out review. So this was always part of the plan, truthfully speaking.
It was. It definitely was.
CJ. Yeah, we'll get into CJ Perry momentarily. Face was for T trolling about Punk. But he deleted it or something. Oh, please send me that if you know what send me a message about that, E. Terrell 317. CM Punk fired. Well, Conrad. What up, Deanna? What up, everyone? Making a cameo. I must head to bed. Make sure you come back to listen to this one, Terrell. I promise you, it'll be well worth it.
Yes.
All Out over All In? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. We can go through it, but I don't think there was enough investment in these matches to justify the $50 price tag that they put on this.
Not at all.
Jesus De Leon says, "Sup, Conrad and Derek? AEW is back. Is back. One of the best pay-per-views, and Mox is back as champion is good for business." Guys, I don't know about this best pay-per-view, man.
Yeah,
I can name 3 pay-per-views that I think are better than this.
Seems like a stretch.
I don't know. No Lara says Tony needs to be a boss tonight in AEW and not, oh, I'm your friend or a fan. Put your foot down. Otherwise, AEW will be WCW again. No, Lara, expand upon that. What do you mean? Are you referring to just the Punk situation, or are you just talking about overall, or what here? All Out was not greater than All In. Watch your mouth, Terrell said. Yes, but we got Ricky Spanish tonight. We did.
Definitely got Ricky Spanish.
We did. I thought he did a really good job. Let's see here. I forgot the question mark. OC will be AEW champion one day. I could see it. BCC's on cloud 9 now. I'll save my BCC rant for later. When was the last time they won a big match? May? Double or nothing? Wheeler, Penn, Kenny?
Yeah.
Think about that for a second, y'all. BCC's been booked horrible. And I mean that. I've been saying that. There's no reason they should have lost all the matches that they have. But I digress. We'll be here all day. All right. So lots and lots to get into. We didn't talk Payback. Make sure you guys join us for Clash of the Podcast tomorrow, where we will talk Payback and go through all of the matches and the falling outs from that. We're also going to recap All Out with Sean as well. But let's talk All Out right now. You're going to get me and Derek's little in-depth review of this show. It was in the United Center.
Yes.
Big time. It wasn't the Now Arena, so this was a little bit bigger. Attendance looked all right for tonight. They had a lot of people up in there. Sounded pretty loud if they wanted to.
Pretty decent.
Get loud. So yeah, they did their thing here. Some of these graphics are going to be off. I didn't update them because I didn't have time to. So keeping it a buck. We started things off with a battle royal. Winner gets to donate to a charity of their choice, I guess. That's what they made it sound like.
Yeah.
I was surprised by some of the names in this. They had like Tony Nee started things off, talking mess. You also had Adam Hangman Page in there, Brian Cage, anyone else that you would find on Ring of Honor or the undercards. So listen to the things that I'm saying that are going to be disappointing in the first half, and you guys will see my frustration, I think, a little bit.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, will you see the frustration? You already know what my frustration lies, but
we'll get into that.
Yeah.
Hangman Adam Page was the biggest star in this. No other choice but for Hangman to get the win here.
How convenient.
Hey, that's what they had to do, man, for this. Hangman wins. Later on, we find out he is donating to the Chicago public school system, former teacher. It's fine. I thought it was like a charity of your choice, so wouldn't he put it for his hometown, you would think, or something, but I digress. You know, it was probably a gimmick just so that Tony could donate some money, be cool. Great. I'm not going to be mad at him for that.
Charity of his choice? I don't think that was his choice.
Maybe it was. Maybe he said pick a charity in Chicago. Let's not assume, bro. Let's not assume, because it could have been his. McKinney's in the house. He said, yo, as I sit here buzzing, cousin, I just had to see what the homies at EPW had to say about this show. I didn't watch, but I know Conrad and Derek will fill me in. Let's go. We got you, McKinney. We got you. Overall, everything in AEW, the egos, the fighting, the crying, the complaining, just being children and not wrestlers. We'll see if it stops. We'll see. Entertain 45. I can't name lower stakes for a match than $50K for charity. Yikes. BJ said, yo, good to see you, fellas. Hangman donating to Chicago. Yeah.
I don't think that was his choice, but,
yeah.
I digress.
Hangman needs to donate to the empty-headed dumb. Well, yeah, I'll leave that there. This is gonna be a salty night for those who didn't know. It's gonna be like a bad drink.
Very salty.
So yeah, Hangman won. He eliminated Cage. Felt very. This show.
How did Cage even end up at the end of that? Well,
they like Cage a lot. He's been getting more opportunity with stuff.
Fake ass Demolition.
Listen, first off, we ain't disrespecting Demolition up here, but I don't know what Cage is doing. I don't get Cage's character. I don't know what it's supposed to be at this point. I don't get it.
Put him on Ring of Honor.
He is. That's where he's supposed to be, but
stay there.
He pops up on AEW a lot.
We don't need him to pop up anywhere.
These are the opinions of Derek. You can send your hate mail to wherever his email address is. We also had for 0 Hour Athena, Mercedes Martinez, and Diamante versus Hikaru Shida, Willow Nightingale, and the hometown lady, Sky Blue. This one was pretty good. It felt like a match that they wanted to just put on to get Sky Blue the dub. Sky Blue hit the Cold Blue on Diamante. The win was there. I haven't been keeping up, so I don't understand the Billy Starks is a minion. I don't know if Matt or E or someone could fill me in. Is this like a gimmick that we're all supposed to be in on? It wasn't explained. This pay-per-view, I'm going to say this. It felt like it was ROH all out.
Yes.
And some of the stuff I'm like, okay, I don't know, man. What up, Jesse? Pro Wrestler Shoots in the house. We were having a conversation about the whole, is this their best pay-per-view? Because I saw a lot of people saying they had a great show tonight. Like I said, I'm talking first half right now. It ain't good. I'm happy with the show overall. It just suffered from lack of build. I will agree with that. Entertain 45.
It definitely did have a lack of build.
Beefy 80s dude with flips. Hangman Adam Page is the only one in the elite that won. Ooh, spoiler alert. Rumble for charity. Did they give the kids a free Hangman action figure since the stores have extra? Woo. Athena is taking Billy Kay under her wing. Got it. It was Collision all out for all the Punk people. That's what it felt like. It felt less than. And I don't care. You're a Punk fan, blah, blah, blah. Even if Punk was on this show, this was not booked well.
No, it wasn't.
It was, or set up well, I should say. The setup was not good.
It wasn't. It was
There
definitely off.
Not enough time to do that. They should have done an all-out and all-in bundle. They couldn't, B-Boy. Tony Khan talked about that. He said he wasn't, he tried and the too many different providers wouldn't allow it. I don't know how you can't adjust price points then and say like, well, if you're going to get 40 for both, but they probably don't trust people to pay for both. So they're like, no, keep it 50 for both. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. All I know is that they should probably try to get in with HBO Max as soon as possible.
Yes.
Period. Brian Cage sporting the bootleg Powers of Pain face paint. Yeah, that's what he's feeling like lately. But he's getting on TV. We get a little LFI promo. I think they forgot to do that on Collision this week to update us on what happened to those guys in LFI. Roosh kidnapped them, and it sounds like he's trying to make them tougher because they're trying to rebrand them because they have been beaten a lot. So you got to try to clean them up and redo some stuff. Was it enough to convince me? I don't know. The booking's going to have to convince me. We'll see if it's there, but if it's not, Let's get into this one. First off, we had the Worm Rodzilla back in the house in Chicago. They're hanging from the rafters here in Chicago. He was hanging out with the AEW World Trio Champions, The Acclaimed. Shout out to Daddy S. And Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh, and Jay Lethal on the other side. You knew this match was going to be full of shenanigans. I'm going to just tell you guys this. Karen Jarrett brought in a guitar, got caught. Rodman uses the guitar. Aubrey has no clue where all the pieces of the guitar came from. That's the only thing that always pissed me off about Jeff Jarrett matches. I'm like, where'd you guys think the shards of guitar came from? Come on.
Right, especially when he comes out to the ring with it. And
Dennis Rodman is holding the neck of the guitar in his hand. Like, well, what do you think just happened? He just picked that up?
Right.
Come on, people. But I get it. It's pro wrestling. Got to let the wackiness go. The Acclaim just won these belts. They just got custom-made titles. They weren't losing these.
No.
They are some nice-looking belts, I will say. And I think the Acclaim is the greatest homegrown success story of AEW.
I agree. They'll hold those belts for quite a while.
Juke. So was kind of Basuda. Yeah. I loved Aubrey kicking Karen out of the ring. Yeah, they have beef going back. So they got the dubs, and that's that. That's where it led to. One of the matches that I did forget to update is the first one on here. It is MJF and Adam Cole facing the winners of the ROH Tag Team Battle Royal for Rampage. It was John Silver and Alex Reynolds. Now listen, I've been kind as anyone to the Dark Order. I just don't think that this was the right call at this point in time.
No.
I'm not saying you should have gave it to the Hardys or something like that, but we had other options, man. Why couldn't this have went to the Butcher and Blade? I'm going to keep saying this. What's wrong with the Butcher and Blade? Why can't they get something?
Not built for it, bro. Not built for it.
Silver and Reynolds were though. Like I don't know, man. I'm just frustrated with the treatment of my boys, the Butcher and the Blade, man.
Trust me, I agree with you. They need way more respect than what they are getting.
They could be an APA for them, and they just don't do it. I don't get it. It don't make sense. But in this match, the story was really MJF hurt his neck. Evil Uno's cheating on the outside. Dark Order's bad again, and they're using chairs. MJF goes away. Cole's by himself. MJF makes the triumphant comeback. They do the hot tag spot, double clothesline for the win. They're keeping Cole and him together for as long as possible. I don't know if this is going to go to Wrestle Dream or Full Gear.
I think it'll go to Wrestle Dream. I don't think it'll go to Full Gear.
You think Full Gear is too long? Like
I think
2 months away?
Yeah, I think Full Gear is too long.
They are the highest draw on the show, minus that other guy we can't talk about anymore.
Oh no, we're going to talk about that other guy.
Stick around till the end. But yeah, they cannot do anything else about that though, bro.
Yeah,
like
no.
If that's the highest draw, you're gonna have to run with that.
Yeah. God,
I know why you're frustrated. We'll get into it because there's a lot of things you could have done, and now they're all figgity fudged up because of decisions that were made and things that were done. Let's get to the next match here. This match, my complaint with this one, not enough time. ROH television champ Samoa Joe versus Shane Taylor. This was Shane Taylor's belt in Ring of Honor. Samoa Joe is one of the best heavyweight champions in all of ROH history. And you guys sat around and you were like, let's just give them a few minutes here and let them do what they're going to do. I saw people talking about the spot with the face lock. I don't know if that was a shot or whatnot. I don't know what the hell that was supposed to be. Or maybe someone was getting cute. I'm going to give Joe the benefit of the doubt. He's friends with Punk. They took pictures together. I don't think that was a shot. There was enough of it on this show, though. Samoa Joe and Shane Taylor wrestled, but like I said, I think this could have been better if you would have gave them maybe 5 or 10 more minutes. They were just starting to cook, and then it was like Kakina clutch, Shane Taylor taps, and that was it. It just came off kind of blah, you know?
Yes, I highly believe Shane Taylor should have gotten his just due with this match. This was entirely too short. It never should have been like these are two horses that should be going at it. But I digress again.
Right. I'm gonna go to the comments here in 1 second for you guys because I want to read out some of these. Yeah, man, this could have just been more, man. That's all I can say about it. I'll put the bow on it with that. Yeah. Like I said, we're gonna end up talking the other stuff here in a second, and that's what we're all probably gonna end up getting into a lot. Collision is truly the Bullet Club Gold show now. I thought the Acclaim would have went with platinum and pink, but those belts are cool. Scissor me, EP Dub. MJF using the neck thing like Roddy. That is true, Deanna. Similar injuries. I do like Roddy as this like whiny punk.
Yeah.
Like just sniveling. Oh, Adam, you're my friend. Adam. Like it's good. It's good. Pro Wrestler Shoot says, honestly, AEW would have a lot of talent that they could just get rid of. Literally don't do anything with them. I don't know, man. That ROH stuff too. Like if you're gonna get rid of a bunch of people, you might have to get rid of that roster too. True. AEW fine without Punk. That is true, Tokyo. Samoa Joe with the shoulder bump to MJF. Yes, they did do that during the passing of the next matches. And Joe and MJF did get into it a little bit. Little beef. Renegade said Karl Malone is next on Tony's list. We don't want no Karl Malone up in here. Don't get me started on him. Do a Google search, folks. We ain't talking about that nasty. You thought there were shots at Punk on this show. Please tell me it's more than the Hangman Elite stuff because I didn't see anything else without it being considered a reach. I
don't know if
some people thought the Joe thing could have been because it was like a shove and then a front face lock. I didn't see that. Listen, I'll be honest with you guys. I missed it. And Eric, Easy E in the chat will tell you I missed that. So I didn't see it, but some people were saying, was that a shot at Punk? We'll get into the attire of the Young Bucks because I found that very peculiar as well. But more on that momentarily. This should have gotten more time. Joe and Shane should get a rematch. I think we are going to see Castle versus Joe too. Possible if Shane doesn't get a rematch for Final Battle. Samoa Joe and Shane Taylor was a good match for what it was.
What is that, Castle?
Dalton Castle.
Oh,
love Dalton Castle.
yes.
Didn't watch because of the Stardom pay-per-view and Payback. Dustin, Cameron, haven't been able to ask you how you feel about Punk getting fired. Well, Dustin, stick around till the end. Who took shots at Punk? I think I just said the ones that I noticed. Some people were saying Joe did something with a front face lock. I didn't see it. Like it was like a shove, a grab, front face lock.
I didn't see it either.
I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's a reach. Shoulder bump was an NXT callback. Yeah, I remember that when they did that. Callum says, now John Moxley. Oh, you guys are jumping ahead. We'll get to it, Callum. Thank you, though, for joining us. We will get into Moxley and OC, though. McKinney, I thought Joe should have dropped the belt to Taylor so that Joe can take Punk's spot because he'll fit right in as the top guy on Collision. Shane Taylor is dope. Yeah. Cry Me a River chant in Chicago. So does that mean no AJ Lee? I don't think she's coming if husband ain't there.
Right.
That Joe MJF stuff was definitely a Punk shot, Dustin said. Adam Cole is on the media scrum. Copy that. CM sunk. Yeah. Then this is around the time the news got released. Funny news during a pay-per-view about some old ass shit got released about CM Punk and William Regal apparently having an issue. The whole what was it? He didn't shake Regal's hand and said he was a stooge for Triple H.
Right.
I mean, look where he is. I don't know what else you guys want me to say. Shit, I don't know.
Proof is in the pudding.
I'm not backstage with these dudes, so I don't know what happened with them. Take that how you want. I don't know. Not my business. Let's get into Luchasaurus and Darby Allin. This was another one that I was surprised by the finish of this one.
Yeah, so was I.
Christian instructing Luchasaurus to just punish Darby in this one.
Cool.
And Darby was getting beat down. He was bleeding, trapped under the steps. Luchasaurus walking on the steps. He got tombstone 3 times back to back. Luchasaurus and Darby just beat the crap out of each other in this one. Once again, tell me when I'm telling lies. Luchasaurus has been way better with Christian Cage than he ever was as the tag champs with Jungle Boy.
I agree 1,000%. He hasn't had to talk. He just the muscle, and his in-ring work has gotten 1,000 times better as well. Like how do you make that transition? Oh wait, you get the right person to back you.
Man, but Hogan said, when is Derek eating that steak, egg, and cheese bagel on stream? That's up to Derek when he wants to do it. I mean, he's forfeited. He's forfeited many times.
He won't let me use Aleister Black or Malachi Black.
Nah, bro. That we ain't going with them fake kicks, bro. we got to come to common ground on that. Something's got to happen. Because that ain't going down, bro. That's a little cheesery. Little cheese. Mollywop. Love that double tombstone. Triple, Dustin. Triple. Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. What up, guys? Blessed to see you both. Pay-per-view was a C-.
I think being a little harsh, Hobbs.
Come on, Hobbs. That's harsh, bro. That's harsh. We'll talk about our final grade at the end. He did love the main event, though. Christian and his Dino have been fantastic. The Dino needs to go away from the mask and go under his government name. Ooh, I don't know about that. NYU great Hubs. It was weird. Darby didn't win. Darby cut that promo about like how the belt didn't mean nothing. Everybody agreed with it. They were like, and it still don't. Do. Like, have fun, everybody. It's weird. Darby didn't win. I guess maybe they're holding off until the next pay-per-view in Seattle. I don't know. To Mr. Brooks, learn to walk. We haven't even talked about that. Save those. I'll talk to you tomorrow. You'll get the PG version, but tonight is gonna be rated R up in here. Malachi Black with them kicks. Yeah, see, he knows them joints lethal, bro. Up here about to have me lose a match because of a forest field. Like, yeah, you ain't getting through it, bro. Hobbs, we got meat chance. Come on, it wasn't that bad. To each their own. Next up, speaking of meat, that was the next match. It was the big meaty men slapping meat match, which was Miro and homeboy Powerhouse. That was up next, man. Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs. Yeah, we got a lot of we want meat. They were chanting everything in this one.
What? Oh God, what was the greatest one though of that match? There
was
one
Meat Forever.
Yeah,
they were bugging, bro.
Yeah, and oh God. Oh, weren't they yelling meat too when Miro had Hobbs on the outside and pounding the chest?
These fans were bugging tonight over that stuff.
Yes.
Deanna, pause. Nah, Deanna said play. Play. Wow, Darby didn't win. No. I'm getting worried about this Conrad rant incoming. Oh no, I'm fine right now. I'm okay. Yeah. So let's get to the finish of this match. Like I said, I don't really have a lot to say about these. This was a hoss fight. You knew what to expect. I thought these guys did pretty well. The finish kind of came apart a little bit in this one.
Yeah.
Miro had the camel clutch locked on, but then he let go, and then that's when Hobbs tapped, and it looked weird. Like I said, bro, don't get me there's a reason to be upset with this show. When people are talking about, this is the best show all year, I was like, nah, man, nah.
There's a lot that happened in this show.
Derek was very I don't know if you guys thought the counts were off a lot tonight, but Derek felt it in the chat. Please tell Derek, because he definitely thinks he's bugging. We told him on some of them he was tripping though, but he thought the counts were off a lot tonight. It sounded they could have counted 3 and they didn't, and someone kicked out very awkwardly.
Yes, I definitely counted at the very least 4, where it was 1, 2, and it was like, oh, wait a minute.
Y'all tell him if he's bugging because he needs to know.
I do need to know.
CJ Perry comes out, hot and flexible, it says on the Contron, and Miro is yelling, "You're not real," and kind of walks away from her. I don't know what this storyline's supposed to be. I don't know what this storyline's going to be. But
I think it's a figment of his imagination, or what he's thinking is a figment of his imagination. She's not supposed to be there. Now she is, and he's been rocking without her for so long. Now that she's there, it just doesn't seem real. So I'm going to assume that this would be a trick that is being played on him in his mind by the Almighty.
My mind playing tricks on me. So it looks like CJ Perry might be here for the stay. We'll have to wait and see what happens on. I guess the Collision Dynamite split is over now. I wonder what it was being done for. More on that in a little bit. Dustin, Lana. You now have 2 Perrys that hate. Renegade L2K says, I don't hate anybody. There's no hatred here.
Hate is such a strong word.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Perry's ice cream. Put them up for Perry's ice cream.
Well,
you gotta. Juke said pause. No, play around here. Meaty Meat smacking that meat beat. That meat, yo, chill. Meat forever. Darby got rocked. He probably looked like JB in that CCTV footage. Yikes. Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs was a fantastic match. Meat chance, pause, play. We want the meat. I'm more worried about how different our thoughts are going to be on it. Listen, I'm ready. Beat the meat. Chicago was fouled when Lana CJ Perry came to say Miro chanting beat that meat. Kiss the meat. Yo, chill. They were bugging tonight. John Stasiak coming soon. That was a horrible gimmick, in my opinion. Meat with PMS. Even Vegas want that meat. Lashley dash Hobbs again. Yep. Even vegans want the meat. Enter CJ. Chill. Oh, CJ Perry, not me. Woo, got worried for a second. Yo, chill. It's part of the Redeemer storyline. We'll see. Conrad Derrick thinks C- is unfair. Nah, this pay-per-view was mid. World champion in an opening tag. No Y2J. Now, we ain't about to pretend like Jericho putting on these. We about to do the Dave Meltzer. You know he gave that Will Osprey match 4.5 stars?
Huh?
Yeah, he said that was a 4.5 star match with him and Jericho. It was a good match. It wasn't that good. I don't think that was the best match on the show. The match he gave 3.5 stars to was the match I thought was the best match on the show. But once again, no one gives a no, I almost said a bad word. No one cares about our ratings. It's all I don't know, it's all weak. They probably begged Danielson to pull up the last minute because the pay-per-view was looking weak. Absolute highest I'll go is a C+. Wow.
Oh, me and you gotta talk, bro, because you calling a lot of pay-per-views mid. I need to see what's above that.
You want to know what the status is?
Yeah, I need to check the status quo here.
I'm interested to hear what pay-per-view of the year was. We ain't about to see Derek for 2 months after that. Well, oh, I needed this laugh. Y2J would save it, B. If it needed some fries reheated. Hashtag air fryer. That's mean. I'll miss Punk, but Shofunaki to the rescue. We ain't gonna see him again, Juke. Shofunaki done. Hubbard, you bugging. A lot of people are telling me this show was great, Sean. I'm disagreeing that this is like a good show. This is a good show. It was not a great show.
Yes.
And we're almost right where it gets good. I think it's after this match here. So we have the TBS Women's Championship match. Am I bugging? Where is it? Right here. It was Ruby Soho, Kris Statlander. Yeah, I don't know about this match. They were adding a lot of stuff in. The Outcasts are on the outskirts. A lot of BS in this one. Kris Statlander's character needs something, but I don't know what that need is.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Pat, hit the like button. Tell me what you thought of this match, because what is Kris Statlander needing? Like, she comes out. I know she does the sign language. She changed her gimmick up. She's not the alien anymore. It's more than a woman. But what does that mean to you? Like, what is it?
I think the alien gimmick is what made her.
Do you prefer the boop and all that, the alien gimmick over this? I think she looks better.
She looks better.
Like, the character looks better versus the alien gimmick. It just looked like she was wearing paint on her face. She looks the same. Like, she has a little paint on her face. Yeah. I don't know what to do with her is the issue. Great wrestler. We just got to figure out how to make people connect with her more.
I think the issue is we've gotten so many wrestlers who've had a certain gimmick that we all kind of fell in love with, and it's just kind of stuck with them. So no matter what they do now, we kind of subconsciously miss that gimmick, I want to say. I mean, that's just my thought process on it. I think the boot it's just like the best friends camera zoom out.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, it's like, hey, I need that.
Also better choices, I think, than the Dark Order to be in that tag match. Yeah, I don't know here. We'll figure it out. But she did a great avalanche power slam. Like I said, none of the moves in the ring is the problem. Ruby Soho hit a nice poison rana. Ruby had a couple near falls where I thought she was actually going to win, but they didn't do it. She goes to get the spray paint. Toni Storm comes from under the ring. They have Toni Storm doing this like crazy, like Hollywood status type of gimmick. She takes the spray paint and then she just leaves. She costs her the match.
I feel like this is her gimmick is a little Marilyn Monroe-esque with a touch of Harley Quinn. Just pay attention to how she acted in this whole match towards the end. Like that's not something Marilyn Monroe would do. That's something Harley Quinn would do.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
Let's see here. This show was absolute shit, Pro Wrestler Shoot says. Last 4 matches were good. You watched the shows at the bar with some cranberry and vodkas? He said, BJ said it was worth my 20, but not worth my 50. BJ, we paid the same price, and I will agree with that. That's why I think maybe I don't feel as bad. I'm glad I made James pay for it. Pro Wrestling Shoot said this was a good women's match and Toni Storm looked good. Rob said direction. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why Stat is flat. Yeah, Christian has joined the scrum and asked how everyone's father is doing.
Oh, damn it.
Come on, Christian. You got to chill with that. My guy, Derek, Allin was a B+. Only reason not an A because the anticipation was the greatest pay-per-view ever. Comments, PPV. Derek definitely disagrees with you about this. I remember this in the comments.
Yeah.
Easy chill, LOL. Statlander has never been it for me. BJ said Superfax 20, not 50. Exactly. Hashtag more than a woman. Give her that Aaliyah song. I'm telling you. For Derek, boop. Statlander got cakes, but this gimmick ain't it. Zoolander gear was cool, LOL. The alien and more than a woman are childish. How's more than a woman childish? Dang. She's on her grown BI. What you want her to do? Toni Storm was in her own world tonight. I think her and Juice are both acting up. The real Harley from the cartoon or Margot Robbie?
We're talking about I think we're gonna say Margot Robbie. No one could touch the cartoon.
Yeah, R.I.P. to that's who passed, right? The woman who voiced voiced her. Yeah. Never said Jericho would have saved it. It would have made the show better. Jericho can't afford too many more losses, though. He didn't lost every pay-per-view match this year. Again, if you wanted to heat up some chicken tendies, yo, I've already called the bank for a refund. L2K said, yo, this man bugging. Statlander's finish is called Sunday Night Special Fever. Sunday Night Fever it is, BJ. I think More Than a Woman is based off the Bee Gees.
Okay.
Gotta explain that.
But
I feel like
definitely missing.
If we're up here all like, what's the connection? What are we doing? That's a problem. It's not hitting there yet. Yeah. Conrad Derek, you said you agree with BJ 20, not 50. So basically what you're saying is you disagree with C-. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was a C- show.
Yeah, I don't think it was a C-. I do agree with the $20. Because even if it was still good.
But Hub says that means average, brother. I never pay 50 for any of these anymore. I've stopped paying 50 for these a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not doing it anymore. Too many. See, keep Jericho off my pay-per-views. He will say Payback was better. Who's he? Pronouns, pal. Say names. I'm happy Bryan Danielson is back and his shitty band. Wow. It's the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. B- C+ range for me. Okay. Well, let's talk about what someone probably argue is match of the night here. Bryan Danielson fills in for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat against Ricky Starks in a strap match. This one got busy real quick. Ricky comes out with a strap. Big Bill got beat up by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who was on commentary. Steamboat's commentary was kind of but he's the ultimate babyface. So what was he gonna say?
Right.
Ricky got the jump on Danielson early. He made him bleed by using the buckle of the weight belt and punching it up against his head. Danielson bled a gusher in this one. He took a severe beating in it. Ricky Starks was also bleeding. He put him up against the post, whipped him, kept pulling him into the post, grinded his head against it. BCC was in full effect tonight. Danielson put a choke on with using the strap. He gets him locked into that label lock, and GG Danielson wins. I don't think the L hurt Ricky as much here as people would probably have thought if you would have told him he was losing this match.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts Ricky.
I just find this whole it's a little ridiculous. But it's been a while. Yeah, I thought Danielson looked good here. Danielson did just beat Okada.
Yes.
So you really couldn't have him lose here, per se?
No. But the fact that he royally got his arse handed to him in the beginning.
Yeah, they made Ricky look like a star here, and he didn't tap. He passed out. I think that's overused a lot in AEW too.
Yes.
They gotta. There's a lot of stuff that makes me mad in wrestling, like the 9 count diving back in the last second, Tower of Dooms. I hate them, and people passing out is starting to get to the point of okay, enough.
doing it way too much.
Yeah, for this situation, for Ricky, appropriate.
Yes.
Doing it for someone on Dynamite because they didn't want to lose. Come on, Jack, tap out, bro. Just it's okay. You can tap out, and I'm just saying that goes for anybody.
Yes.
You ain't too big to tap out. I think in wrestling, everybody should tap out sometimes. Like,
oh, absolutely.
You get caught in the right submission, GG, my guy. That's it. The final countdown. Yes, people were going crazy for this. Sean is saying, thank you, Renegade. When did people not wait? Serious question. People don't like Jericho. When did this start?
No, we like Jericho, but
well, hold that. Speak for yourself.
There's like Jericho. I just don't think he's gonna make
Jericho. Jericho's been in trouble for a while since I'm not gonna start nothing political on here, but since January 6th, check your peoples, check what you've been doing. A lot of people stopped liking Jericho because of that stuff.
This is true.
But I think with Jericho, the problem is he gets into storylines and diminishes others. He started another storyline with Garcia. Where is Daniel Garcia now? Why was I supposed to cheer Chris Jericho against Will Osprey when Chris Jericho ditched the JAS and said he was going to join Don Callis? Why would I like you? I don't like you.
And even if that wasn't the case, Jericho's not going to make a difference anymore.
And why is Will Osprey with you? Get what I'm saying? So this is your dependence on what's a heel, what's a face. I don't care what people think then about, you know what I mean? Like, okay, what's it gonna be? Let's be real. Brian and Ricky over Punk and Ricky, in my opinion. You didn't even get to see what the Punk and Ricky match was gonna be. We can't say that. I don't think we can say that fairly. And it's two different styles. The final countdown. Oh, hell yes. This 1000% match of the night. This is how I like my pro wrestling. Hobbs, I love Jericho, so not everyone. Thank you, Deanna. I'm glad I'm not alone. Listen, y'all can get together and enjoy them Jericho matches if you want to. I'm telling you guys, they ain't all that good like they used to be. Jericho.
All I'm saying is, bro, give me the last best Jericho match to date, and then we can talk about it. As of right now, he hasn't had a good match. Sorry.
Not even the Ricky Starks match from Revolution?
That was good, but
the Osprey match was good. I don't think he's bad.
I'm saying, like, give me a match where I feel like this is the Jericho of old.
Jericho feels like he has to get an obligatory match.
Yes.
That's what it feels like. And he will be forced in no matter what. And you're just kind of like, but why? And here's my point. He's lost every match this year. So why is he getting a match on pay-per-view? You know? What would happen to be true? Brian will be collision guy. We'll see about that. I'm going to say this. Even in loss, Ricky looked awesome. I'm surprised Bryan Danielson came back as quickly as he did. Me too. Christian just revealed that he has re-signed with AEW. Smart move for Christian.
Yeah.
Believe that. Stone Cold Ricky Starks, WrestleMania 13 finish. Hope Ricky continues to move up the card. What up, Sick? What's good? It hurts my heart that Derek still hasn't eaten the steak, egg, and cheese bagel.
Because he won't let me use Malachi Black.
Nah, bro. Because when y'all up in here and I lose that match on some BS, y'all gonna be like, well, you lost. No. I'm calling it now. Here come these felonious kicks that be connecting because you get pulled into them. You stagger out the ring in the battle royal from them. Nah. So what I'm hearing is the first few matches were poop. The last 4 were great. Sounds like a C+ show to me. Can't pull all these matches. But see, I think the last 4 matches are exceptionally good though. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if you could say C+. The first couple were bad, but even MJF and Cole, they had the people up on their feet. Everyone enjoy their CM Punkless pay-per-view tonight. Donations. Oh, Lordy. I can't keep up with these. Let's see here. Derek, I ain't going to do that because he honestly has changed the channel heat with me. Dude is corny.
Who?
I think Jericho.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jericho got his wish. No more. Ooh, come on, y'all. Garcia dancing his way from the ring. I didn't like that either. Garcia was supposed to have a feud with Jericho. What happened? Like, we're just, even Jake Hager's lost. Like, okay, he's just hanging with these dudes.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense. 4 people are worse off now because of this. Those strikes, yeah. I prefer Brian. No shade to Punk. Okay. People showing love, man. Jericho Osprey was one of my favorites of All In. I thought it was better than FTR and the Bucks, to be honest. Oh yeah, listen, FTR and the Bucks was probably my second or third favorite match.
Oh yeah.
I think there was. Well, I don't want to get into who I thought brought the match down. You can ask me privately. No fathers are safe. Derek used Abaddon. No. Let me check that move set too. See, y'all talking that mess. JR Statlander wearing them double knee braces like Nigel, just like one of your good friends, JR. Oh, Austin. Let me see. What did McKinney say that he is agreeing with? Did I miss it? He said Ricky Spanish. If I missed something, I missed it. Bro, I had the steak, egg, and cheese bagel for the first time today. That was nasty. Derek, you better not lose that match. Now he eating that shit. Garcia got Sean Spears to dance, and Jake Hager never had a personality till he got the hat. Come on now. Garcia, it's time for you to get rid of the leather pants. I think you should let Derek play black. You sound like Mayweather when I'm talking about fighting Pacquiao. Because that motherfucker's on steroids too. Get out of here. Yeah, take the test. Why won't you take the test? Listen, don't get me started. Don't get me started on how to catch someone if they cheating. Let me see your phone. Huh? What you mean? Let me see your phone. What do you mean no? Oh, yeah. Because anyone else will be like, yeah, no problem. Make a phone call. but your partner? Oh, no. I can't. Let me see. Okay, everyone's telling me about Christian signing. More like double knee pads. The steak was flavorless, dude. Maybe that's out by you. Maybe season that bitch up around here. They don't play it here in New York. Derek, you should use Orange Cassidy. He could. Orange isn't bad. I think you gentlemen need to raise your standards. Y'all know you're my boys, but an A+ pay-per-view is WrestleMania 17. That's the standard. How many WrestleMania 17s you gonna get in a year, bro? Come on now. All Out was not a top tier show. It's just not accurate. It's not accurate, bro. We're not saying that, Sean. Yo. Look at my grade scale in the description. You said C. You came here with C-, bro. Like they just they just pooped a card out and it was bad. It wasn't that bad. Like I said, there's 4 saving matches on here. Let's keep it moving real quick because I want to get through the rest of these matches pretty quickly. Eddie Kingston and Shibata versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Like I said, I think someone finally started smoking the hopium tonight and realized that BCC ain't won any matches since May. Let's see my face. I've been telling y'all that BCC ain't winning no matches. Oh no, their booking's fine. I'm like, they've lost every single match basically, unless they face some jabrones. Come on, dude. Come on. I don't know why the Elite need to beat them that many times. That was dumb. And even tonight, I still feel some kind of way like, y'all lost a lot of matches recently because AEW puts those numbers up in front of you. So I'm like, y'all lost a lot of matches. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm telling you facts.
This is true. They don't have a great track record right now.
Yeah. Wait a minute. That's what y'all are saying. I said C-. That's a 70. In whose school? We went to school where 75 was failing. But what I'm saying is you're being harsh, I think, on this show. Yes. The reaction state otherwise. If people were sitting on their hands, I could maybe understand. But come on now.
You can have 4. You can have 4. Okay, so we had 8 matches on the card. You could have 4 bad matches.
Wait, on the main card.
On the main card, right?
So we had 4 through 10. Yeah.
Okay, so
that's 6, right?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7. So yeah, whatever. Like we said though, 4 of the matches were good.
4 of the matches are good. See, the way that I look at it is it's you could still have bad matches, but if the following matches pick up for that loss, it's just like in school. You can go CCC and then have 4 A's to bring it back up.
I'm not grading the individual matches. I stopped doing that a while ago. This is about the show. The show gets a grade and that's it. Because it's everyone's effort all involved. Juke says WrestleMania 20 over 17. I think you are bugging, good sir. They had some pretty bad matches. I will take that gimmick battle royal over whatever that cruiserweight and that Raw tag team scramble, whatever that mess was. Nah, I'm good. What did Rob Van Dam do on that show? He was in a tag match. Get out of here. Ain't nobody wanting to see that. RVD in a tag match with Booker T. They should have been champs. WrestleMania 20 overrated. Woo. Yeah, people hate 20 now. I was at 20, Juke. Good show, but not 17. So if WrestleMania 17 is the standard, ain't no other pay-per-view match gonna be that in your opinion. I've seen shows tons better than WrestleMania 17. Still think that joint is overrated. Well, Jesse went to 19, which usually people say is the second best one. Some will say it's their favorite. I think 17 is still the greatest of all time for WrestleManias. Put the ROH tag straps on Kingston and Shibata. They could if they wanted to. So I was telling Tony that these acclaimed kids might get, all right, cut it out with the Hogan stuff. Hobbs be like, S for satisfactory. Payback is a 65. Payback is a thumbs down, people were saying. 4 Ds, pause, play. 4 A's, what does that average out to? Wait a minute. Wait. You ain't going to tell me that if you got 4 Ds and 4 A's, that's a C. That's a B minus to a B.
That is.
You can't tell me that that's going to hurt and be harsh on it. And like I said, the good matches are way better than the worst matches. The worst matches aren't bad. They're like C minuses, in my opinion. I wouldn't even say those first matches were Ds. They were fine. It was just, I didn't care.
But if you take out WrestleMania 17 as the standard, give me another pay-per-view that was that marquee pay-per-view that deserves that grade.
Juke said Benoit and Eddie winning wasn't dope, but we're talking about the whole show, Juke. That's all people remember from that show. Where was Rob Van Dam and Booker T? What did they do with the cruiserweights? They had a lot of BS-ery on that show, too. And that Undertaker-Kane match, I didn't like it, personally. He came back as Undertaker. That's all that mattered in the end. Kane's he was great without the mask run. It was over after. I never believed in Kane after that moment, after he lost to Taker. We taking D's over here. D among brother. Damn, barely made it. The show for F6 had fans fighting in the crowd. Man, did they? I didn't see any fighting or hear about it, but I also stayed off Twitter because it's best for my health these days. Yeah. Claudio pinned Kingston for the win. BCC, like I said, needed wins. Let's get into Takeshita and Omega. Amazing match if you want to talk about all the stuff that they ended up doing here for the moves and what they got into. Kenny's match was pretty long. If that's what you're into, if you like the New Japan, like long style matches, this was great. Blew thunder bombs out the world. There was one off the top rope that was sexy. It was beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Omega's great when he gets time to go in there with someone and put on a match like that. That's what he's really good at. After 3 running knees, Takeshita put away Omega. He got the win. I was surprised that they did this. I thought they were going to make the wrong decision to have Omega win, but Omega put him over.
Listen, that German suplex was
right.
Like I actually thought Kenny was done after that.
6 said this was his match of the night. Remember when we watched the end of it, we were like, man, that might have been match of the night too. It was between that and the strap match, I thought.
Yeah.
But the main event ain't even in here yet. Based on the national average, 40 equal out to an 80, which is a B minus. Man, y'all better go to Catholic school. Dino, 82 C plus. What the heck, bro? Or no, 85 was even a C plus, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. We hated that. That was some garbage, bro.
Yeah,
you got a 75. You're like, that's an F.
Right.
y'all don't even know. Hard times, baby. Hard times.
Yeah, Catholic school was tough.
Derek, A plus, A minus shows, in my opinion, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, first double or nothing. All right. Yeah, you know what? I think I did get first double or nothing, A minus. WrestleMania 5, I can't remember all of that from it. I'll have to re-look at that card.
Go back to that one. Which ones?
WrestleMania 17, SummerSlam 98 with Austin Taker, first double or nothing. WrestleMania 5. I'll try to think of some more, but these are what I think top tier choices are. But that's hard to surpass, though, too. Like, A plus is hard to get these days, is what I tell people. I've only given how many A pluses recently? I think TakeOver New Orleans was one that I look back fondly on. All Out 2021. There's probably a couple in there, but it's hard to get an A+, man. I'm telling you.
But you also got to think, like, how often are you going to put on an A+ show with A+ matches back to back? It's not going to happen. There's a gap in between all of that.
We're getting live reports from the media scrum here. Six said, shout out to Ruby Soho. She put on what I felt was her best match in AEW since debuting. That is true. I agree with that. Nick Hausman asked rumors about Adam Copeland joining AEW. Christian says he only speaks of himself and Luchasaurus, and he has no other friends other than Luchasaurus. Christian's a heel, baby, all the way through. All Out is starting to be AEW's weakest shows. Woo! I think WrestleMania 17 had a great build. It was a good show, but card-wise, X8 and 22 had better cards. No. I am not going to let WrestleMania 18 get up in here without getting slandered. That Hogan Rock match is doo-doo buns if you mute the crowd. So that was all crowd. But other than that, what other matches were on that show? You had the Billy Chuck, APA Hardy Boys.
Honestly, bro,
you can't remember. If I ask you to state the undercard, nobody can tell me for that show instantly.
I only watched it for Rock and Hogan.
Rock, Hogan, Triple H, and Jericho.
Yeah, Triple H and Jericho, and I don't remember anything else after that.
Was Regal and Van Dam, maybe?
Maybe,
I don't remember all that stuff. Yeah, and 22 was Triple H and Cena. Didn't they have Boogeyman and Booker T? I can't. Danielson says Starks carried him through the match tonight. Danielson's a nice man. Taker and Flair was very good. Yeah, that was all right. Ric Flair was having some shaky matches back then too, though. Like, you could tell he didn't have the confidence. Let's get into this tag match. Bullet Club Gold versus Young Bucks and FTR. We knew where this was going, right?
Yeah.
Bullet Club Gold couldn't lose this match. Chicago booed the Bucks. The Bucks did wear the gear that they wore from last year's All Out. Do not be fooled, folks. Do not be fooled. Do not change that channel. Do not press that dial. They wore that. And the Bucks usually don't rewear gear too often.
Right.
So I think that was done on purpose. WrestleMania 21 had a better card. I ain't going. Listen, we can have a WrestleMania argument another day. Maybe I'll bring that to Clash of the Podcast. We can have you on if you want for that one, Derek. But I stopped buying pay-per-views for a long time. From after 18, I didn't buy another one until 24. So that's a long gap in between there. Wait, Kyron, I caught you. BJ said X8. You said Hogan and Rock was whack, except for the crowd, but you just said crowd reactions for tonight were the reasons tonight's show. Here's the gotcha. What I'm saying is, with Hogan and Rock, that's the only match on that card that is worth remembering. I don't care about no WrestleMania 18 card. That card is doo-doo. Chris Jericho and Triple H was outshined. That's a theme in Triple H's career in a lot of WrestleMania matches. If you go back and look, he's in the wrong spot at the wrong time. Someone goes out there like, yeah, I'm about to outshine you, bro. Sorry. Have fun competing with this. Shawn Taker, 25. It happens over and over again. What I'm saying is Hogan and Rock's match is not some classic because of their in-ring work. Hogan and Rock's match is about the crowd. That's the only match. One match does not save an entire show and make it great to me. That WrestleMania, it's not the horrible. It's not like, oh, this WrestleMania sucks. It was good. It was okay. I don't know where I would rank it. I'd have to sit down and look at all of them, but that's it. 24 over X8. See, here we go. Thank you. F the Bucks. The Bucks wrestled that All Out last year. Maybe they just hope we all forgot. That's your opinion, but if you didn't like that sweet big boot from me jumping 60,000 feet in the air, peace. Talk about got him. Here we go. The got him brothers. Get out of here. Why are we talking about WrestleMania 8 in the chat? You see, I'm getting fired up. Edge and Booker T in the Japanese shampoo. What in the SmackDown versus Raw? Yo, y'all wasting my time right now. There were lots of CM Punk chants. There were Elite chants, and people were all into it. Bullet Club Gold wins. Jay White hit the switchblade, the Blade Runner on Cash Wheeler. The Gun Club got the win. Bullet Club Gold for the win. Give these guys more opportunities. That's all I'm going to say. I like Bullet Club Gold. Juice especially. I thought this was an AEW thing. Deanna, me too. I'm trying to appeal to the chat, and this is what happens. Nick Hausman asked about the vibe in the locker room and Tony Khan and what he has learned from the CM Punk experience and what he would do differently. Tony did not answer. Wow. Yeah. More on that in a minute. BCG is getting more wins under them. They needed them for sure. Main event time. Orange Cassidy, John Moxley. We knew this one was going to be bloody. We knew there's going to be a lot of finishers in this. Orange Cassidy got cut open. Some would say blood orange. Mox delivers punishment throughout all of this. He is putting a beat down on everything and everyone in this. Mox rips up the protective mats. Orange Cassidy delivers beach break on him. We got a lame ass 9 count spot. I want you to see my face. It was lame. I don't care how good this match was. Stop doing it. It's done on every show. 8, 9. He runs in. Stop doing that. I think it's whack.
It is. It's probably at least 2 matches within.
Yeah, if you did it once in a blue moon, it would be fine, but you do it all the time. Too many people do it. So I'm not with it. Orange punch gets delivered. He delivers another orange punch. OC gets hit with a paradigm shift, rolled the shoulder up. That was the 1, 2, and he was right there and just kicked out. They made Orange a main eventer tonight, is what this was establishing. Orange is that guy, and eventually gets hit with the paradigm shift and gets the win. And 1, 2, 3, we have a new AEW International Champion. Hold on. And we're getting back to this in 1 second. Hold on. Because I want to get back to what Sean had said. Because that got a moment, he didn't get me. Because my point tonight was these matches were good. Not just crowd reaction. The matches were good. That's the difference between back in the day and now. They didn't care about match quality. You could get away with having someone go in there and not be very good in the ring. I'm trying to think of who was awful. El Gigante, Giant Gonzalez. You can't do that no more. Great Khali is the example. Like, yo, bro, don't ever make this dude the world champion again. This ain't selling pay-per-views. Yeah, no. These matches were good. It wasn't just crowd reaction tonight. These matches were good. Period. Seriously, though, XA is not better than X7. Tonight's all out. Peace. You guys have to forgive CJ. He's a little cranky because his boy got this boot. All right, John Moxley is the champion. He can take it everywhere and defend it. Yeah. What's the deal with your nasty hair? Whoa. Okay, CJ, now we're talking. Cassidy and Mox was top tier. Made me feel like it wasn't a waste. Salute to both guys. Would like to have seen Cassidy win. I thought he was going to win, actually.
Yeah.
Hogan said the 9 count stuff was his idea to Vince. Y'all tripping. Orange Cassidy should not be in the main event. Ooh. Harsh take on OC. Incredible main event. OC had hell of a run as a champ. He proved he can headline a show. But is this card going to be remembered like X8 or 22? Hell no, BJ. Hell no. Orange and Mox have been doing some heavy lifting for the company. They have. And rightly so. Get that thug out of AEW. Here we go. Chicago wins for best chance. CJ getting that CM Punk being poked by the bear situation in the chat tonight. I whoop ass too. I'm gonna let y'all know. I will whoop your ass if I get the chance. I might lose, but I got something for you. All right. I fight people. All right. I ain't at work. OC was incredible international champion, but it was time for him to lose it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. We about to get into it right now. There's gonna be a lot of cussing, so if you ain't ready for that, you've been warned. Derek, tonight's show overall, what do you say, man?
I give it a B.
I say B, and that's the lowest we've ever given an AEW pay-per-view, I believe.
Yeah,
I think the lowest one before this was All Out 2020. Go back and check me. That might have been a B-, actually.
I think so.
This is probably on the same level as that show. Like, just disappointing. And that one was disappointing because of things going wrong. Matt Hardy's head bouncing off of concrete, and then they still let him wrestle. Like, what are you doing? Let's see here. Cry me a river. Yeah, real cute. Go for a front face lock. B, Rent is coming. First time meeting Conrad. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just finishing up that classic by JT. Cry me a river. You may have heard of it. Yep. Spinning back elbow to the face. kick his kneecap out. I think very sinister. Derek will tell you. C plus people are saying, OMG, a B. Okay, I quit. Listen, you're putting too much stakes on these. A B, B minus, it's in the same vicinity. Visit Triple H Triple H dog will try to bring Punk back to the E. CJ Derek, get into it because I have a lot to say. You know I'm playing with you, but still a bit nervous with this oncoming rant. Oh, okay. That's fine. Y'all can leave a like. Tell me what you guys think. Chat, if you're in here, let's get live. CM Punk. CM Punk has been removed from AEW. Could try to pull up the letter. Let me see if I can find it to read it first. Because we haven't talked about this in full-length discussion, and we're just going to rock out with the rest of the time while we're here for it. Wow. I got Cornette clips popping up already, so he must have responded to this. I am looking for the media post. This is not it. Hold on here. Let's put in at AEW because then I'm sure it should pop up. Man, if people would never shut up about this, look how hard it is to find this. That took way too long, right?
Yeah.
To scroll for it. All right, statement from All Elite Wrestling and Tony Khan. All Elite Wrestling, AEW has terminated the wrestler and employee agreements between Phillip Brooks, CM Punk, and AEW with cause. Notice these words that I'm saying, folks. Back to the quote. Effective immediately. The termination was confirmed today by Tony Khan, CEO, General Manager, and Head of Creative of AEW. We know what you do, Tony. The termination follows a week-long internal investigation of an incident that occurred backstage at AEW All in London on Sunday, August 27th. Following the investigation, the AEW Discipline Committee, when did that start, met and later convened outside legal counsel before making a unanimous recommendation to Khan that CM Punk be terminated with cause. Khan offered the following statement. Here comes your nice sandwich of what you're supposed to say. Phil played an important role within AEW, and I thank him for his contributions. The termination of his AEW contracts with cause is ultimately my decision and mine alone. Of course, I wish I didn't have to share this news, which may come as a disappointment with many of our fans. Nevertheless, I am making the decision in the best interest of many amazing people who make AEW possible every week. Our talent, staff, venue operators, and many of those others whose efforts are unsung but essential to bringing our fans great shows on television and at arenas and stadiums throughout the world. Signed, Tony. So I had to read that for you guys. Remove more like fired in my Vince voice. Yeah, that's how people act with this. So, what do you think here? I'm putting McKinney's comment up because we've moved past it, but Derek, Jack Perry, and CM Punk got into it. There was a little bit of a skirmish. We talked about it on All In. Jack Perry, real glass, cry me a river. I've got a lot of issues with this. So let me first state one last time about CM Punk. It's hard to be a CM Punk fan, but I am a CM Punk fan. CM Punk makes it difficult because you're defending him in situations where he should be able to. It's stuff that he could have avoided, and it didn't have to happen that way. Yeah. CM Punk putting hands on people. You cannot do that in 2023 at work. You cannot put your hands on people. I want to beat people up all the time. Hell, there's comments in this chat where I'm like, yo, if I ever saw you and you said this to my face, you know what happened to you? Do you really want to know? Derek seen me get in people's faces before. He's known me for a long time. And he knows I'll get in someone's face and just be like, yo, he'll be like, yo, you bugging, bro. You gotta chill. And I'm like, no, I'm not bugging. He's bugging. And I'll let people know. But you cannot do that. And I think I've gotten better as I've gotten older.
Yes.
You cannot put your hands on people. Tony Khan had to do what Tony Khan had to do. But there's more to this story. Once again, CM Punk is the only picture I see. He's the only person of blame, and that's all that I ever hear. And, oh, well, these were different situations. They're all connected. That's why Christopher Daniels couldn't be at Collision, because they're all connected. I saw something I read who the discipline committee was. I don't want to tell you whose names I saw in there. I hope it's fake, though, because if that's true, he was screwed no matter what. No matter what, he wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
So, with this, Derek, I'm going to let you give your piece first, and then go ahead. Let's just talk about it. What do you... CM Punk got fined, but nothing happened to Hangman.
Okay, so all right, so we're just gonna backtrack a little bit, quite a ways. So we're gonna start off with Colt Cabana.
We fumbled the bag for Boom Boom Colt Cabana, bro.
Colt Cabana, he was cool in Ring of Honor. He was cool even when he came to AEW. I am not listening to a goddamn thing Colt Cabana has to say. Sorry. CM Punk brings me money. What the fuck do you bring me? Besides fucking shenanigans. That's it. You're only good for fucking shenanigans. I have no respect for you. Bye. Cutler. Bye.
Dolph Ziggler's brother. We can't even remember his name.
Bye.
What?
The Elite?
Yo, wait. Time out. Derek, we're going to get into a bunch of little things. So if I'm jumping all over the place, at that press conference with Tony Khan, do you not say, CM Punk did this, CM Punk did that? So that sounded like Punk was your top draw, right? Your main man, right? Don't you think you would have treated CM Punk a little bit better? But when Jon Moxley said he was about to quit and walk away with your belt, you did whatever you had to do to appease Jon Moxley? That's the guy that everyone's like, he's the heart and soul of AEW.
But can we say that though? Can we really fucking say that? I mean, let's go over Jon Moxley's fucking career.
Not even that though, bro. Here's the issue. Why was it cool for Jon Moxley to flex like he was gonna leave?
But he can't. You were in the Shield. Who was over you?
Well,
no, who was over him?
I'm saying
Seth and Roman. You did not become anything until you got over here.
No, I disagree with that.
Bro.
I think Moxley was something.
What?
Listen, we're not going to get into the semantics of each person, but Moxley had something, but I don't like that he flexed like he was going to leave. And then everyone's like, he's the heart and soul. What?
I said, fuck him, go.
If he wants to leave, let him go then. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Tony gave him a lot too. I don't really want to hear it. Let's go. I'm going to go to the chat for a second. Let's see here. Punk needs to grow up just the way I need to grow up. I punch people who bother me or my family, so I get it. Tony Khan needs to step up. Well, isn't that what he did here? Shouldn't people be happy Tony stepped up? He made his decision. But I'm going to get on Tony in a second. Perry comes across as a clown, but still has a job. Yep. Move on. He's gone just like Brett. You guys can't have a resume and be in the supervisor's office over and over. They're both wrong, but violence is never the answer. And the Tony scared for my life, shaking my head. I'll get into that in a second. You didn't start that reading with thanks, guys. Not saying the Bucks and friends were innocent in this, but sick. The company is made of this. Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega brought all of half the women's division in by recommendation and friendships. It wasn't until other people started popping up, then that's when the friction started to begin a little bit. Like, oh, you're from the Indies. Sammy Guevara. If you don't like it here, Andrade, leave. It wasn't all just Punk, too. This isn't just CM Punk started all this and people were fighting. Eddie Kingston fought backstage. Sammy Guevara's had many run-ins with AEW legal with other things, and I'm not placing blame on them in this situation. What I'm saying is chaos has always existed backstage with them. And those who act like WWE doesn't have chaos, you're lying. You're trying to convince yourself. There's been chaos in all of these companies. There's chaos in Impact. There's chaos in MLW. A lot of stuff happens all the time. There were a lot of factors, but you don't put your hands on people unless it's self-defense, especially at work / unprofessional or a professional setting. Walk away. Yeah, I said that. That's out the window, though. Do you know how the Jack Perry thing couldn't have happened, Derek?
Listen,
look, we're watching on the monitor. I'm Tony Khan, right? Because the monitors fell on him, supposedly. That's the story we heard. He's watching it on the monitor, and he sees CM Punk and Joe, I would assume, getting ready. Cry me a freaking river. Yo, Phil, you and Joe go talk about your match. I got this. I'm about to talk to Jack as soon as he gets back here. Yo, referee, tell him as soon as this match is done, I want to see him immediately. If he has any medical attention or something, I'm coming to see him. And he could have done that and said, yo, I'm about to take care of this.
He could have.
Why didn't Tony do that? This goes back to what I'm talking about the clown shit in management in AEW. Why didn't someone do that? Where's your Bruce Pritchard? Where is your right-hand man then to go do that for you? He needs somebody. If he doesn't want to drop the hammer, then get someone who's going to drop the hammer. You cannot have this crap keep popping up. He could have solved all of this, but he didn't manage stuff properly. You know, he could have solved the Hangman thing real quick. Yo, Hangman, that wasn't cool that you did that, bro. $50,000. It's coming out your account. Right. Okay, Tony. Don't ever shoot on someone again. We're done with this. You good? Everybody's good. If any one of you do that or respond back, it's going to be the same thing for you. Have a good day, everybody. Gone. But instead, no. We played these games and nothing happened to people's friends. That's where the issues come in. And now everybody's like, well, Punk's gone. Ding dong. The witch is dead.
But
that's funny. No, and these are the same fucking people. And I'm about to get on the wrestling community right now. These are the same fucking people who I saw the sign tonight in the crowd. Tony Khan cured cancer. That's fucked up in bullying as well to CM Punk. Oh, no. People are acting like CM Punk is the worst of worst degenerates in pro wrestling history. Newsflash, people, go do some Google searches about people who've been in pro wrestling. All right? CM Punk is far, far from the worst. He got into a couple fights. Big whoop. I don't care about that. I know he's not supposed to put his hands on people, but there's far, far worse people. Stop acting like this dude is the worst thing that ever happened to pro wrestling. All right? Cut the shit. Truthfully. But those comments are bullying. You see those things online. Dave Meltzer acting like, yeah, we always knew, blah, blah, blah. You posted that Miro story incorrectly. I didn't see no retraction or apologies to Punk and Miro.
Because they want to own up to it.
It's bull, though. Like, admit when you're wrong. Admit when you're wrong when it comes to this shit. This stuff is infuriating. It's annoying. It's disgusting.
Yes.
Like, I get it. But I want people to see the other side of this shit. Punk's going to tell his side of the story eventually. And I'm sure there's more to it. And I'm sure he's got dirty laundry. Because CM Punk, I'll tell you this. CM Punk never started any of these things. He's the problem with him is he finishes it. Rocket launcher, shoots it. Shrapnel goes everywhere else. And everyone feels it. That's his problem. Yeah. And you cannot just go around sending rocket launchers into bridges and burning them down. You can't do that. That's a bad idea for business because look at him now. The Regal story came out. He didn't shake Regal's hand, whatever that shit was. I don't know the beef between them, but I thought it was real shitty that came out tonight while he was in Chicago. Why would you do that? Why was that the time for the story? I just didn't think that was cool to release that. It doesn't matter anymore. Like this dude's heartbroken and it's like you're kicking him. He's already down. Like, yeah, I don't got a job no more. Yeah, okay. Boom, kick him. And that's what it feels like. Like he's down and out. But whatever. Maybe I'm just being nice because I'm having a heart right now for it. But it's ridiculous. Let me see here. If Jack Perry was trying to get heat, then that's not how you do it unless he was going to work a program with him. Facts. And CM Punk was asked to talk to him by Tony Schiavone. What? You asked Punk to do it. You're a veteran. Can you talk to this kid and try and talk him out of using real glass? Jack Perry's dumb if he wanted to use real glass like we would care as wrestling fans. I'm being honest. It's foolish.
He's an idiot.
Tony Khan played himself. Can't wait for the elite dorks to run the next person more successful than them out of the company. TK set the precedent. No one's going to resign with you. And I got something about Tony Khan real quick, too. Tony Khan was doing that speech last night, and he got booed, and everybody called him some very mean names. I won't repeat what they said. But he said, I was scared for my life, Derek. Scared for my life when CM Punk lunged at me is the rumor what happened. I don't know what a lunge is. I don't know if that's just like a jerk motion, like I'm going to punch you or whatever. I don't know what that is. But when he said he was scared, CM Punk was taking pictures backstage after with Samoa Joe, Paul Turner, and Jerry Lynn. How scary was he if he was hanging around for another hour? How did CM Punk get into a fight and then you sent him out to work right after? What's the difference? What's the difference now and then?
But you shouldn't even.
You get what I'm saying, though? Like, oh, this is pending an investigation, but I had to make a quick decision, so I sent him out to work. Then you should have just pulled him off the card and said, yeah, that match isn't happening now because of a backstage altercation.
Yeah.
Why didn't that happen? Please, someone educate me. You tell me why it didn't happen. Let me see here. Brian said the arm feels great. All good for him to come back. Punk got them paused. BCC needs to put up the Dukes or take them off. Be real, hoodies off. In Punk's defense, his travel was bogus. Yeah, Travel dude got busted being an Elite fan too.
Oh, of course.
He had to take down all them pictures of him being friends with him. But, someone said we bullied him out of it. No, you bullied Punk out of his stuff too. He's the only person you see in here because he put a coworker in a headlock, Big Brother style. Heard something about an HR person that came into the locker room dating someone in the Elite camp. I don't know about that. I haven't heard anything like that. Christopher Daniels, the head of talent relations, that went out of his way to avoid CM Punk. Woo. E with the harshness. Hangman didn't get a fine, but he eventually stopped. Punk did the Peg Warrior stuff. Why? What was the reasoning? Why did they cancel the meeting with Punk when he's been trying to fix this for a year? You are EVPs. Your opinion is out of the window for some of this stuff. Sometimes it's what's best for the company. You just let go of your top merch seller. He was number 1 and he was in number 4. He doubled your number 3 in merch sales. Bruh, if I'm Tony Khan, I am pissed. I am pissed that this went down. Ridiculous, dude. Dude, you got to let the Hangman stuff go. BJ, no. Because you disrespected. So number 1, you used a tweet off of 2 other people, Sasha and Naomi. That's disrespectful enough. All right. I'm being pro-black here for 1 second. I got to be though. Like, what the hell, bro? You cannot do that to Sasha and Naomi. What the hell did they do for you to use their tweet as a thing to get over in a promo? Colt Cabana, you guys ruined his character from that point forward. I keep telling people this. CM Punk said I started making less money because of that. Why did you start a rumor? That shit. If you fuck with someone's money, they are going to get pissed. If you got me fired from a job, I'm going to be pissed. If you started messing up my money, I'm going to be pissed. Period. I don't care what anyone says. That's just life. He messed up one time. Punk has had multiple. Punk had multiple because of that one time. That's the difference. Just because he threw first doesn't mean he's just as bad. I don't get it. I don't get it though, guys. Hangman shit was not good. You didn't do anything. You just basically showed your fucking friends don't get in trouble and other people do. Why the fuck would Roman Reigns, John Cena, or anybody of any value want to come over here? Fuck that noise. I ain't going nowhere. I'm not coming to AEW. Why? So I can be criticized by Matt, Nick Jackson, and all their buddies? Fuck that. Ain't no way you guys are going to tell me that's okay.
And then they have control over everything because, Tony Khan doesn't do anything. It's his company, but he won't shut anybody down.
Why wasn't he proactive in any of these situations? He wasn't proactive in any of them. He's still getting hung out for this. And then when he got booed, he looked scared yesterday. You made your choice. Be proud of your choice. That's what you decided to do. Here's my rule. Tony Khan made his bed. Tony Khan's got to lay in it. I have to accept it. CM Punk's gone. It's over. He's done in AEW. That's fine. But Tony Khan's going to have to accept some of this other stuff too. What happens when stuff's not working? Who are you going to go to? Are you surrounded by the people that you know are going to make it work? We'll see. Maybe. I hope it works out for AEW. I need more than one wrestling company around. But what I'm saying is you may get knocked off your horse a couple of times too. Don't think you know everything just because you got these guys around. Things are changing up.
Yeah.
You're listening to the dudes who sold the number 10 t-shirts in your company. They weren't number 1 or number 3. All right? That's Orange Cassidy. That's CM Punk. Just watch your numbers. Pay attention to the shows. Watch to make sure people aren't jerking people around. Stuff's going to happen like that.
Yeah.
The Elite are still tied up with FTR. How do you think FTR feels? How do you think Andrade feels? Lots and lots of issues. So keep it going. Let me see here. Trink Punk better. He was the highest paid talent on the roster. TK gave Punk his own effing show. What are you talking about? That doesn't mean that was good, sick. He got put on Saturday. He knew he was going to get cooked. You put me up against college football? What? When's have it easy? That's what my point was. I've said that since the beginning. Yeah, you gave me my own show.
Wrong time.
Yeah, what was it going to do? No one told Punk to lunge at TK. Why? Because TK can't get yelled at for doing nothing? Because that's what he's been doing this whole time? Come and tell me these problems. When they sat in a meeting and nothing happened? People forget these things. But at the end of the day, I also blame TK. They also need to learn from WCW mistakes and Hogan and his BS. Moxley was the third wheel in the Shield. HBK stomped Vader's head. Hogan screwed I don't know how many people. Khan does look like someone who scares kind of easy, no cap. But the Elite have and still upon resigning have that VP status. If they felt they were that much of an issue, they wouldn't. It's their gig, their friends, their show. Punk needed to abide by. But see, that's that falling in line shit, man, and I can't get with that. Fall in line. So then what? Why is Punk the top guy then? Just book yourselves on top then. What's he there for?
Well, they can't book themselves on top because they can't go all the fucking time.
But you get what I'm saying, though? Like, if they're the best, then you're the best. Go ahead. You do it.
Are they the best, though?
But that's what he's saying. They're the VPs. Go ahead.
They're not the best.
That's a conflict of interest. That's what people have been saying about Daniels and all of them. It's a conflict of interest. It's not good. Why did Tony approve the limo spot? That's my concern. Why'd you ask Punk's opinion if you weren't going to listen to it? Don't fucking ask me then. I don't care. Just do what you want then. Leave that after that first instance, but he didn't, and then kept messing with trouble. Yeah, that's why he's released. Right hand man, you mean Curry man that avoids CM Punk? It's wrestling. It's a toxic environment. Tell him why you mad, Conrad. Join the dark side. Punk got the dream company he wanted when AEW came along, but that even didn't seem to be good enough. He got $1 million, but then complained about the bag it was given to him in. Phil Brooks is not a cancer. He's a cool guy, but just needs to grow up a little. You think Tony has ever needed to be in a physical confrontation? Not everyone reacts to the same as expected. If Punk really did lunge at him or cause monitors to fall on him, dude had to go. If your neighbor crapped on your yard, do you crap back or don't do it? I get defending yourself, but it's not right to do it back.
The neighbor crapped in my fucking yard. That shit's getting thrown back at your fucking house. So who the fuck craps in someone's yard? If I see you do that shit, who the fuck does that? You're not doing that to me, bro. I'm sorry. That's not happening. You crap in my fucking yard, that shit's going in your fucking house.
What I'm saying is too, like, I've mentioned the Moxley thing, but remember the whole, like, yeah, I want you to work hurt deal too. Let's not act like AEW are angels in this. That's all I'm saying, bro. They drove this man crazy. Yes, there was enough people on the other side. Why did Jungle Boy and all them like tweets? I thought there was social media protocol. Has anyone realized how many people broke rules? MJF broke a rule tonight. Aren't you not supposed to grab people's drinks and shit? I saw it happen. Is Tony doing something about it? I don't need to know. I'm just saying there's rules there and I see them getting broken. So who cares then if your rules get broken? What does it all matter? You know what I mean? All Punk had to do was be the bigger person on the last side of things, but the older he gets, he has a harder time doing it.
Okay, but see, you can say be the bigger person. There's only so many times that I'm going to let you talk shit, and then you finally come and approach me and say, hey, we need to talk. First of all, bro, why are you that fucking close? You get that close to me, I'll punch you in your face. I'm sorry, because I don't know what the fuck you're going to do, so I need to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
Who Tony Khan gonna step in the middle? Oh, hey. No, he's scared of his own fucking shadow.
And why did the EVPs come into that room when Punk was pissed? Management training 101. I'm not going to talk to someone when they're pissed. I will tell my boss, fuck you. I'm not going to do that.
Bro,
That's
HR
stupid.
would tell you that, no, do not let them go in that room. Why would you let them do that? That's on you.
Hub said Punk should do a tell-all interview. Sounds like you might be getting that. We'll see. Any network I pay millions. Punk on ESPN interview is going to happen. Who's heartbroken? Better not say Punk. No, his fans are heartbroken. It's tough to be a fan of CM Punk. I'm trying to keep up with all the comments here. Hold on.
Listen,
let's go to some different folks.
To conduct himself better, but there's only so much you're going to take. I'm sorry.
Let's see here. Joe got them to do the match. How did Joe get them to do the match? So a fight happened. You were scared for your life. And you're like, go out there and do the match. And then he stuck around for an hour. That don't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Something don't smell right with that. Conrad, you're a historian. Warrior held up the evil owner at SummerSlam. He sent him to the ring and fired him afterwards. Much different situation, but same method. It's 2023. You don't have to send him to the ring. Forget that, bro. You're gone. Go pack your bags and leave. If it was that serious, if you feared for your life, bro, Derek, I'm holding you at some point to where you fear for your life, and then you have the power to send me home. Wouldn't you just be like, yo, see, just pack up and go, bro? Absolutely. I don't want you here. Absolutely. Why the hell would you be like, go work and then come back here, take pictures with people bloody and smiling? What? Tell me y'all hear me when I'm saying this.
Listen, the methodology and the ideology is totally different from what it was then to what it is now. You can't even fucking breathe on anybody now.
Yeah, and that doesn't Matt Jackson and that running in circles thing. A lot of people noticed that was a Punk celebration thing. And he did it last night when they were chanting CM Punk. Nick Jackson looked like he wanted no part of it. And he was like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah, because he knew it's fucking stupid. Let's keep going. And forget the rest of the bullshit. It's done. It's over with. He's gone. Let's leave it at that.
Right. Juke said, if you mess up my money, I'm throwing hands. Most people
Absolutely.
would. Tony needs to stop acting like a fan and show more of being an owner. But Deanna, he just did that. And I don't know. I don't know. I need to see consistency now. And like I said, you've made your bed. You're going to have to lay in it. If you start losing some stuff and stuff goes down, that's on you. All right, so that's all I'm saying. If stuff doesn't go the way AEW fans want to see it and people are dissing them for the ratings and all that other BS, hey, holla at your boy Tony. That's all I can tell people to do. Tonight's card was part of the problem that I've been talking about. Tony, you're taking on too much. You got to slow down. You need to spread these out. Your tradition, it's cool, it's great, but you're going to do back-to-back pay-per-views again next year, and we just told you this was a problem? Not a good idea. Not a good idea, in my opinion. And he's asking stuff. Where's Pangman's Punishment? Jungle Boy, The Rise and Fall of AEW next Tuesday on Vice. Vice ain't going to be around, homie. Y'all crapping in yards. Y'all dirty. All I'm saying is anyone who lunges at or attacks their boss is lucky to be fired because the other option is involving the cops. Why didn't he call him?
You got security there, don't you?
They had cameras. Why didn't you call him? Hubs, my thoughts exactly. TK looks like a scary little guy, but you don't do anything to owner or boss just for a fireable offense. He didn't care anymore. I think he saw like, you ain't going to do nothing about any of this. Why am I here? If y'all crap in Derek's yard, best set it on fire. It's coming back to you.
I promise you that shit's going. Ooh, that shit's coming.
More of the story, Derek will pick up shit and throw it at your house.
Absolutely.
Bottom line, Phil Brooks did what a man does. You mess with me, I mess with you. But he needed to know losing his job was a possibility when he decided to return the smoke. It's tough. EPW After Dark, you guys are working extra blue tonight. F-bombs for everyone. Nah, for real, man. I'm just tired of it, man. The CM Punk stuff's all fun and games. Like I said, imagine you saw some of those signs out there tonight, or you saw people laughing about you losing your job and all that. Like, not cool, man. But like I said, these are the same people on Twitter, and I know the popular Twitter accounts. Oh, no, be nice to this person. You shouldn't say those types of things. And I'm like, but you're bullying. Like, you don't realize that you're doing it. You're doing the exact same thing that you criticize people for. It's weak.
You know, my problem here is the expectation is for everybody to come in and be a cohesive unit and be buddy and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry. I'm the first one, and this is true story. I am the first one that'll go to my own job and tell people I don't get paid enough to be your fucking friend. I don't. We have a job to do. Let's fucking do it. I won't mess with your money. You don't mess with mine. The moment you mess with mine is the moment I mess with yours. That's it. It's well above my pay grade to even fucking care what the fuck you do with your own time. But I don't have to come here and be your fucking friend at all. Not at all.
Renegade L2K, Punk screwed Punk. I don't think it was just him by himself. That's my point to all of this. I'm trying to say this calmly. That's my point to all this. I don't think Punk just screwed himself. Peace out, Hobbs. We'll be back tomorrow for Clash of the Podcast. Ready? As a paying customer, I should be allowed to bring my sign in as long as it's not against guidelines. That's fine. That's fine, but you can be judged for that sign too. That cancer sign I thought tonight was terrible. That was fucked up.
That's going too far.
That's fucked up, that sign.
That's going
truthfully.
too far.
Come in, do your job, and go home. Yeah, it sounds nice, except in the world of pro wrestling, you can't go home. You're stuck there in that building with those people. You live with them. You're with them more than you're with your family. It sucks, but it's true.
Remember back in the day when you had a problem with someone,
you would take it up with them.
You take it up with them. You fucking hash it out. You throw hands. You're done. Let's get back to work. Now all of a sudden we can't do anything like that. Now, I got a problem with you.
Well, this ain't the old days, Derek. You can't. What I'm saying is
that's what I'm saying. But you can't. Everybody is conforming to what you talk. You fuck with my money. I'm fucking with yours.
Listen, TK made his bet. This is how I feel at the end of this. I can't change it. Punk ain't coming back. Punk fans have to realize that and understand that. But know this, at the end of the day, I can't even remember who had the thing. Let me see if I can find this, because it was a great phrase. I think it was just Alex. I'm going to give him credit, even though I'm going to keep saying this. Alex, we got beef over something, but I don't ever want to bring it to public light. But it really cheesed me off what had happened. And I'm going to end it with just Alex's phrase, because I know it was. And then we'll end this podcast tonight. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. I'm mad at CM Punk for not taking the high road instead of letting high school drama affect his comeback in AEW. I'm mad at Hangman Page for shooting on Punk over Cole Cabana, who had zero to do with him getting released, according to Tony Khan. I'm mad at Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks for confronting CM Punk after the media scrum instead of acting like EVPs. I'm mad at Jack Perry for instigating the fight at All In, which led to CM Punk being fired. Ultimately, I'm mad at Tony Khan for not being a stronger leader from the beginning to prevent all of this drama. In the end, it's the fans who suffer. For myself and the man they call Derek, we are out for this review. Hope to catch you guys all tomorrow live at 6:05 for Clash of the Podcast. We are out. One.